The Human Resource Service Center presents Interview Questions for HR Officer. Recording by Eddie Chigozi. What does a human resource officer do? The job description of a human resource officer may vary based on the industry they work in and the organization they work for. Some organizations have one single HR representative, while others have entire teams of HR staff responsible for large departments. Your daily responsibilities in HR will largely depend on the size of your organization as well as what upper management is looking for from their HR department. Some organizations want extensive team building and recruitment opportunities, while others just want benefit and compensation experts. Now, here are some of the questions that you will encounter in the HR officer interview. Question: what process would you implement when hiring staff? This question is asked to test your knowledge of the entire process, from determining vacant positions, job descriptions, placing advertisements, interviewing suitable candidates, and even the choice of the most suitable candidate. Question: how would you engage with a disgruntled employee? The candidate's communication, negotiation, and conflict resolution skills are being tested here. Question: how do you plan to implement the year plan for the coming year? What is being tested here are organizational skills, knowledge of company events, and training programs to be implemented. Question: discuss how you would plan to implement meticulous payroll and benefits administration. The candidate should display that he or she is knowledgeable and would bring something new or different to the organization which will improve what it is presently practicing. Question: how would you protect the interests of all employees and maintain strict confidentiality of information? For this question, the suitable candidate must show personal initiative and bring his or her experience into focus as well. Question: what measures have you introduced to reduce absenteeism, turnover, substance abuse in the workforce? In answering HR interview questions about steps taken to solve a human resource problem, focus on introducing constructive interventions rather than taking a punitive approach. Typically, successful interventions include evaluating management styles, reviewing working conditions, providing incentives for positive behavior, the development and implementation of a policy that specifically addresses the issue. Question: what essential content do you include in a practical HR policy and procedure? Good HR management demands good policies. Ensure that your interview answer clearly demonstrates your understanding of the difference between policy and procedure. A policy is a formal statement of principle specific to a particular issue that employees must follow, while a procedure instructs employees on how to carry out the policy. HR policies include a clearly stated purpose, a well-written policy statement, definitions of the terms used, scope of employees covered by the policy, who is responsible for implementing and monitoring the policy within the organization. The related HR procedure will include easy-to-follow instructions for carrying out the policy. Question: How have you kept HR policies and procedures current in terms of new legislation and regulations? This explores your willingness and ability to understand relevant new legislation and regulations and to introduce changes accordingly. Focus on the methods you use to stay on top of national rules and regulations, such as attending seminars, subscribing to journals and newsletters, membership of relevant organizations. Select specific legislation and discuss how you applied it in the workplace through revised HR policy. Question: what are your key considerations when communicating HR policy to the organization? There are certain basic principles of effective organizational communication. These include planning a communication strategy, explaining the policy, how it impacts on the individual employee as well as the organization as a whole, what is in it for the employee, asking for questions and listening closely, clarifying, checking understanding, encouraging feedback. Select a particular example to demonstrate how you applied these principles when communicating new or revised policy to the organization. Question: what employee recruitment, selection, and development strategies have you developed or introduced? In answering human resource interview questions about development and implementation of HR strategy, focus on aligning HR activities with organizational priorities and employee needs. This includes understanding the overall business strategy, conducting a SWOT analysis, determining key employee issues, developing an action plan around these critical issues. Question: what are the main challenges facing human resource management today? Your answer should demonstrate good insight of the current HR priorities. Surveys show that these are the current issues that HR professionals must consider. The increasing importance of getting the most out of existing employees, creating a performance-based culture, the need to identify and develop potential, succession planning, employee placement within the organization, managing talent through change, optimal utilization of technology. Question: what are your strengths as an HR professional? As you respond to this question, make your interview answer relevant to the job requirements. The Human Resource Service Center has a social media subscription of over 18,000 people spread across WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook. The Human Resource Service Center is offering you an opportunity to advertise jobs for free on their website and Facebook pages. To view the jobs advertised, just go to the website www.humanresourcecenter.com. On Facebook, simply search for Human Resource Service Center. Reduce on your recruitment costs by advertising with the Human Resource Service Center. Contact them on phone or by WhatsApp. The number is +256 772 481 995, or you can send email to info@humanresourcecenter.com.